Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the second episode of the day. As I promised you earlier in my morning video, I'm gonna bring you one iconic, legendary fragrance from the house of Thierry Mugler. Amen. I really wanted to cover this for a very long time. So basically, very interesting fragrance, very unique, and this is maybe an ideal example of calling it love it or hate it. This would be an ideal example. All right. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna go deep into this and I'm gonna give you what it gives me, this fragrance, what it's all about to my nose, right? So basically, let's start. All right. So the house of Thierry Mugler, right? They have these you know iconic fragrance bottles. First thing, the star is there. The star is very of their signature, right? So basically, whenever you see Thierry Mugler, whenever you see this bottle, it is unique. You know what this is. Any of the flankers, it will have the signature star from this line. All right. So basically, they have for women's line also the angel. So basically, this is the male counterpart, and the angel that looks like only the star, just the glass bottle. I love that as well. Maybe I'm gonna get it. So I think my lady friend, she has it. I'm gonna borrow it from her. I'm gonna review it, right? So basically, this fragrance. Let me take a deep breath because there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. This very interesting and very weird fragrance. So this date introduced is 1996. So this was released back in 1996, and for me, I bought the what do you call the gift pack. I didn't buy the box, so basically they didn't give me the box. I'll put a picture of the box, or maybe the box that it came in. So I got the two things. First thing, I got the fragrance, I got the deodorant as well, pretty nice. I'll show you in a bit, and as well as the body shower gel, whatever, that's got finished. Very nice one, that one. All right. So the another bottle, they have two bottles for this particular fragrance. They have a limited edition, I think gold or platinum, I'm not sure, silver color one. So that one, that has the whole metal body flask, same bottle design but metal, silver chromish kind of bottle. So that one, I think the sprayer is a little bit better than this sprayer, which is kind of shit on this. All right, this Angelman line. So basically, yeah, there goes the presentation, I guess. And the perfumer for this particular fragrance is Jacques Huclier. I hope I got that right. So yeah, and you guys know, right, this fragrance on itself is a legend. And then it got so popular, they came out with, every year they come out with, not every year, almost like few months, they have a special edition or something, like a flanker. This is a father of flankers. All right. So I'm gonna give you some of the names, if you don't already know what are the fragrances, what are the flankers this fragrance has. All right. Namely, Thierry Mugler, here you go. Beeman, Ultra Zest, Pure Coffee, Pure Tonka, Pure Malt, Pure Havan, Pure Shot, Pure Leather, Pure Oud, Pure Malt Creation, Amen Sun Essence. So these are just like the few I'm gonna mention, because there are plenty more, I believe. And the thing is, their presentation pretty much, the same design bottle basically, but everything has like a different color of juice, or something. Pure Coffee has something like a yellow color is juice. The Pure Oud, the presentation is awesome on those. All right. So the price you pay, really worth it. So this fragrance is a EDT concentration, which I believe is kind of funny, because the kind of performance it has, kind of fragrance this is beast. This is like a beast, right? This one easily can beat so many other EDPs currently in the market. All right. Very intense and wild kind of a fragrance. All right. So the fragrance is, I think, classified as a lot of other things. I can think of coffee, you can think of dark, you can think of tar, you can think of sweet. I don't know, a lot of, I don't know how to classify this seriously. I'm going to tell you the notes, I'm going to tell you what this gives me. All right. So basically, yeah, before I go to the notes, let me show you a little bit of this is called the deodorant stick, right? Very cool looking gel. It's like still has some star or something in it. If you I think push it or something, I think inside you have to, like, I don't know, roll it or something. It's blue looking gel. Smells pretty nice. Smells really cool and pretty nice. It actually, can smell the DNA of Amen in this. Pretty nice, but not as intense as the perfume. All right. So the shower gel, unfortunately, we got finished in Malaysia. I threw it away, but I wish I could have shown you. Very nice smell in the shower gel. If you want shower gel also, just buy it. It's pretty aromatic. Your skin, you can smell it. It will give perfume out of your skin if you take a shower with that. All right. So the bottle itself, one of my most favorite bottle designs. I really wanted this. One of the big reasons was for the bottle design. For those who don't own it, all right, just gonna show you. It has this body is kind of like a rubber. Inside got a glass. Uh, the bottle is glass, but it's inside the rubber cover. All right. The sprayer is here, and then you spray from up here. All right. It's a pretty cool looking uniform. It's like mixes like smooth on the with the body. Back looks like this. Bottom you're gonna get putting against the light. Your information here, and then nothing much on the body actually. So the sprayers on this, like as I told you, not very good. All right. Let me spray it, and I'll tell you this. Yeah. Just see. You can hardly see that, right? And I just think I just sprayed twice, which was not a good idea. But anyway, ooh, so yeah, pretty strong and potent stuff. But the thing is, one quick update, that is, I think I got reformulated version or something, because I believe somewhere in the line, since it got released, got reformulated somehow. People in the winter countries, they get, sometimes some people get 2 days. If the back in the days they used to get 2 days if they put it on their skin, one spray, and then it would last them all day. I don't know, but this one still gives me pretty good performance, no denying that. But season for this fragrance is strictly winter. All right, keep it in mind. All right. Okay, let's go to the notes. I'll tell you the official notes. It's like a whole encyclopedia of notes, like I haven't seen a fragrance with this many notes enlisted. But anyway, let's just see. All right. Caramel, patchouli, coffee, lavender, honey, vanilla, milk, amber, sandalwood, musk, cedar, jasmine, bergamot, green notes, fruity and spicy notes, lily of the valley, benzoin, tonka bean, and I think I'm gonna stop right there because it carries on for a very long time. Yeah. So basically, yeah, those are your notes. But the thing is, those who never smell this, I have to tell you, I'll try my best to describe the smell of this fragrance to you guys, those who don't know. All right. And the thing is, I'll let you decide if you want to own this fragrance or not. Right. So basically, if you are wondering what this smells like, if you have smelled something like Rochas man, that's another classic, and then the thing Givenchy Play Intense, as well as Dead Lapidus Black Soul Imperial. That fragrance, I think somewhat I got a vibe of this, but that one is a bit more spicy and very heavy also. So those dark fragrances, kind of similar to this. All right. So putting the notes aside, let's give you what this gives me. All right. First of all, why did I purchase this fragrance? I have seen the reviews of this all over YouTube. Every single back in the days when the reviewers, your reviewers, Mark, Steven, Drag Talk, Dan, Coach Rob, they started reviewing. This was a must in their review list. So obviously I took note. When I started collecting, I started understanding about notes. And I think this was not one of my favorite genre of fragrances. Usually I wouldn't buy fragrance that smells like coffee and then all these notes that, enlisted. I'm not a very big fan of coffee, anything to do with coffee. I mean, at least back then. So now it's like I'm a bit more into Starbucks, Frappuccino, like the coffee is like my thing, right? But the thing is, so I can appreciate it. But the thing is, don't ever try to pull this off in a summer day, hot days, or if you live in hotter countries. Don't think of this like an office scent, class scent or something, and you're just gonna go and like surprise everyone, like Dexter. If you watch Dexter, so Sergeant Dokes, right? He goes like, surprise, MF, mofo, on Dexter, right? You're gonna be surprising a lot of people, and you're gonna catch them off guard. They're gonna be like, what the, So summer countries, like hotter countries, tropical countries, maybe avoid it. There are better options from this line for you to enjoy. There is one, I think, Mugler cologne. That one I'm interested. I'm gonna buy that. The green juice inside the long bottle. That one and Ultra Zest. Those two I can think of, and the Sun Essence maybe. Those are your summer sort of a lighter fragrance. All right. Most of this line made for winter, autumn, cooler countries. All right. But I still wanted this because this is an iconic fragrance. So coming back to the reviewers, right? This intrigued me a lot. I really thought about it long time. I got Ultra Zest first, but then I went back and bought this because I had a small sample. And every time I wore this, I go to sleep and stuff. This thing turns, from time to time. It transforms on your skin. It gives one top note, moves to a second, third. So the very weird fragrance, right? So I'm like, I need to smell this. I need to keep this in my collection just to once in a while you apply it. Not every day, definitely. I was in Malaysia. Malaysia is very very hot, just like Bangladesh. But luckily for me, Bangladesh we have winter. This season that's going on, it starts pretty much early December, late November until February end. So you get like 3-4 months of cool weather. Yes, that's where I think I got lucky. I can wear this now. I don't wear so much of it. As you can see, my juice level is pretty much full. I just wear it just from time to time, once or twice. So yeah, I wanted this for collection purpose. I want to see if I can love this. Mark said, you may not love it. Give it some time. You may grow into this and you may start loving it. All right, keep wearing it, and you'll see maybe you'll grow into this, right? So I just took the chance. This is the price around, I think, the Thierry Mugler house. You can find this in, if you live in Malaysia, you can find this in KLCC, Surya KLCC, the Twin Towers, the shopping mall, Petronas Twin Towers. You can find Thierry Mugler counter. This one is going for, I think, 100 US dollars, 400 ringgit, around there, for 100 ml. Smaller bottle, I think you have to pay around like 70 US dollars. So basically, worth getting the big bottle. All right. So yeah, this intrigued me. I in the Malaysian one, the Thierry Mugler house, they have only pure tonka, this, and ultra zest. They don't bring so many bottles. All right. So basically, if you're overseas, yeah, you're gonna get like UK, Europe, States. You can find this bottle absolutely everywhere, and the prices would be much better because it has some age to it, right? So for the smell, all right, forget about the presentation bottle. I got this, and I'll tell you one thing, you don't need to buy this. Not everyone need to buy this. I bought this for my collection. If you're a collector, if you want an iconic fragrance that is a must-have from a designer line, which gives you sort of a niche quality, something different, there's nothing else that has good quality like this. Maybe if you think of the cheapest substitute for this, I say you go for somewhat X. There's a Dark Temptation. That one has some, they tried to copy the, what do you call, the concept of this fragrance, and I think one is from another one that looks like a cigar. So they copied this. I forgot the name of the fragrance. Maybe I'll put it in the description box. All right, but then amen is amen. All right, so basically when you spray it on, you get very wild. I would imagine like some people say they smell like, they get smell of skank. All right, so yeah, you can see it's like a very controversial, not controversial, it's a more like a, love it or hate it, that sort of polarizing scent, right? So for the first sniff I got, I was like, okay, you start making faces, that sort of opening. Most of the people who love sweet fragrance are not gonna like this. The sweetness of this fragrance come much later on the dry down. On the opening, you're gonna get that coffee. What kind of coffee? Not really a very fresh brewed coffee, maybe a burnt coffee, like when the coffee you are doing on the pot and it's burning a bit. So burnt coffee note I get. And then the caramel, that caramel candies, you get like pure caramel candies, you like, like those toffees, right? And it has some coffee. So imagine the caramel and the coffee. That's sort of the burnt coffee. That's sort of opening. It has some patchouli on the opening, as well as I think some of the other notes I pick up. Honey, yeah, caramel, honey. So that's sort of dark sweetness, very candid kind of sweetness, and then nothing like if you live in summer country, like your lemony sort of bergamot, fresh. No, you're not gonna get this from this fragrance. This is ideally made for, I think, the cool countries. This is gonna cut through the cold like samurai, like a knife or a sword. That good. And I mentioned to you, many of the EDPs cannot beat this stuff. All right, this hangs on to your skin forever. Even on the countries like Bangladesh, I get 8 hours with this. It hangs on to your skin for that long. How many sprays and wear? Mark said go with one. I think you can wear 2 or 3, but make sure you don't spray it somewhere around your nose that it can catch, because moment you get the whiff of it and you're not very big fan, before you start killing people, you're gonna kill yourself. All right, closed room, hotter countries, don't do more than 1 spray. Even if you wear this, don't do more than 1. This projects like crazy. People can smell you. Who's gonna like this fragrance? I think this one is a bit more, doesn't have the youth vibe. Somewhat I see youth vibe, but not so much youth. This is more like a bit more grown-up people who like dark fragrances, who like night out fragrance, and a bit more complex. The notes are a bit heavy. more complex, nothing simple about it. So you're gonna get like later on the milky vibe. Yep. If you know Milky Bar, Milky Bar, uh, that sort of, the chocolate bar comes later on. Honey, patchouli. I think I get sometimes leather. I don't know if it's a leather, but very sort of like a different kind of a leather. It's like a very old style leather. All right, like on the armchair or something like easy chair. Like that you relax on, and got some age to it. Some old leather bags that's been aged for 10 years or so, but very good quality leather. Yep, imported leather from Europe, somewhere very fancy leather jacket and stuff. I get that as well. Okay, the florals, not so much. I don't pick it. Jasmine, lily of the valley. Maybe the experience knows they will pick it up, but for me, I get the burnt coffee, I get the caramel, I get the honey, and then maybe what else? Musk little bit, sandalwood little bit. Yes, the woody dry down later on. Fruity and spicy. I don't know fruity, but it's a gourmand fragrance, right? It's like a fragrance that smells like food, tastes like, not taste, smells like food. So they're basically referring to coffee, right? But then imagine cocoa. Also, it got from this some chocolate, caramel based chocolate, dark chocolate, very dark fragrance, very, very intense fragrance, all right? So, which people gonna love this? As I mentioned before, bit more on the mature crowd. For ladies, the girls who are in gothic stuff, satanic stuff, like they worship Satan, or maybe who are in witchcraft, weird girls, they don't like your run-in-the-mill fragrances. It takes a lot more to impress them, and the girl will be like, if you pass by a girl, such kind of a girl, she'll be like, that was interesting. This is not a mainstream fragrance. If you are in the winter country, if you want to smell different, if you want to smell all day, this is gonna smell like last on your skin and project all day. All right. So what else? There's something I'm trying to think of that gives me. Sometimes you get this sweaty vibe. If you know Kuros, sometimes it has that, because maybe the heat that brings out the worst of that. So basically, not a good idea to wear in the heat. All right. And then if you go with 6-7 sprays with this, you'll be convicted for sure. You're gonna be arrested. For people with thinking like you're trying to poison people with your body odor. All right, don't do so much. All right. So basically, yeah, as I mentioned, the sprayer is not that great, but presentation, dope presentation. I really dig this. This is like caught my eye. I saw the star. I used to dream about the star. I'm like, damn, that looks good, man. If you see the blue, very mysterious, alien-like, right? So the whole house, I really dig it. I'm gonna get pure malt. I'm gonna get pure Havan, and I'm very interested in the pure leather and pure Tonka. That one for sure. All right. So unfortunately, not very versatile, right? So yeah, my overall mark for this particular fragrance, I think it's a love it or hate it fragrance. Definitely try before you buy. Don't ever think of blind buying this. All right, if you are a fan of sweet fragrance, especially, this is a dark night out, and the purpose would be like maybe dating, maybe hanging out in the cold nights, barbecue, and then if you're on a date with a girl who is into witchcraft, yeah, that chick will dig this. All right. If you're going for close encounters, maybe not so much, because it will, those magnets, they have opposite polar magnets, like poof, like, no, opposite polar magnets will actually attract similar polar. They're gonna be like repelling each other. Yeah, you guys gonna be repelling from each other if you're wearing this during your close encounters. Where to wear it? School, maybe less spray, one spray maybe. Yeah. What else? Work, don't wear this in the work, please. Where else you can wear this? I mean, the scenario wise, this is very weird fragrance. I cannot think of that many. If you're walking for your, if you're gonna wander and you go for a walk, look at the Milky Way, you're in your stars and stuff, you're looking in the world, up there in the sky, you're trying to figure out stuff and shit, thinking by yourself, walking by yourself, that sort of feel. It has the 90s feel. Is it contemporary, still relevant? I never thought this was relevant ever. This is like from whole new, like another planet, from Mars, where the aliens brought it and dropped it, and we were like, oh, thank you so much. Yep. So those are the things I want to tell you about. And then, yeah, if you think of going by the coffee shop, they're having fresh brewing coffee, and then they have the croissant, and then maybe a bakery shop, or somewhat bakery shop, because they have the food smell, right? So basically the pastry and all that. Yep. All that thing from dry down. So it changes from time to time. So that's what's so great about it. Hangs on to your skin forever. Longevity and projection, 10 out of 10. Compliments, 5 out of 10, because it's right divide in the middle. Most of the people, like young girls, they're not gonna find this very very alluring. Maybe go with CH Privé or some of your sweeter fragrance, DHI, La Nuit de l'Homme. If you want to play safe, go that way. If you wanna play dare, truth or dare, this is your fragrance. So overall marks, 10 out of 10. I'm sorry to say, many people will disagree with me. Why is this 10 out of 10? This is crap. This is like skank and stuff. In my books, this is my personal opinion. Those who own it, those who used it, you guys would know. Tell them in the box why there are so many flankers for this fragrance. Because of a reason. This one is a masterpiece. Honestly speaking, this is a masterpiece because what it gives me from time to time. The nose breakdown, the feel you get, something different, something deep, dark, Angelman. Alright? So that's my review for this iconic fragrance. Give it a try. Maybe you like it. Definitely, if you don't like it, give it some more time. It will grow with you over time. Alright? So you guys take care and do let me know what you think of this fragrance. What is your experience? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your feeling? What's your mark? What's your compliments like? Alright? Tell me your story. Hope to see you soon, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.